Well, Smith John, I guess I can finally use you now since you've been buffed. This insane anime tower defense game that's incredibly unique that is in development right now called Anime Omniverse just sponsored one of the biggest Discord giveaways right now on our Discord server. So don't forget to join our Discord server right now. Head on over to giveaways and be part of this insanely massive giveaway. Now, what just happened? Okay, so recently, just about a few minutes ago, we just got a very big buff to Sid. So to all the people out there who really hate Sid and think he's such a bad unit, this unit has now been buffed pretty nicely. Now, before I move on with the rest of this video, Sid is still mainly designed for infinite uses. He's not really designed for long form uses. He's mainly really designed, especially his Nuke, designed for long form uses. But again, he is now a lot more better and he fills that purpose way better right now. I guess all the Sid hate and all the people saying Sid was bad finally got them to investigate and decided that he deserved something like this, and now it's finally happened. Here is basically what's going on and what happened to him. So thank you to FiSap right here for this announcement and this ping. Basically what happened is Lord of Shadows, which is Sid, got his ability, the All Range Atomic, buffed. All Range Atomic is now going to cover the entire map, not just in his range, which means it will cover basically everything. All Range Atomic's damage scaling has changed. It is now, so basically this is the damage scaling for Sid and his ability. 50% damage, basically 50% of his, damage stat, multiplied by the amount of swaps this unit has done to all enemies on the map, increases by 25% per swap up to 600%, and it will reset on use. FiSap right here has given us a pretty decent example. This is how he was intended to be on release. However, our balancing and damage calculation numbers were a bit off, leading him to be underbalanced. Sorry for not realizing this sooner. This cap only applies to the 600. The cap only applies on the 600%, meaning it can't go above the 600% base. The amount of swaps it's multiplied by is still infinite, meaning if you swapped 100 times, it would be 600 times 100 equals 60,000% more damage, which is absolutely diabolical. Now, this just basically makes him an incredibly good unit. So I just got some additional information which I would like to add on here. So number one, it only counts after you unlock the Sid Nuke, which basically means that it doesn't work like Goku where you can swap early on and get Vegeta when you finally have the ability unlocked. How Sid works is you have to unlock the Sid Nuke ability in order to start counting the swaps. So if you want to be able to use him in story mode, you're gonna want to be able to upgrade Sid much earlier than all your other units if you want to use him in story mode, and this is further contributing to the fact that he's basically only really an infinite unit, or his Nuke at least is only really an infinite thing. Now, apart from that, I think this is also very important to take note of. The ability will reset to 50% once you use the Nuke. So essentially, you really need to time when you're gonna want to use the Nuke, because if you use the Nuke too early, you can risk basically wasting it. Is they want people to build up Sid's ability and use him for one specific wave that they're struggling in to get them past, so again, basically for infinite leaderboard, he's an infinite leaderboard unit. So for example, wave 200 in Planet Namek, which is an example that the developer or planner gave me. Essentially, you're going to be building Sid all the way to that wave, and then once he's over in that wave, you're going to use him maybe when you're about to lose, and then you're going to be able to get to the second wave, further increasing what stage or floor you're going to reach in leaderboard or infinite, and increasing your placement in the leaderboard in the long run. So that's essentially how Sid's going to be working, and that's basically the strategy behind Sid. You can't just spam his Nuke and expect to be able to use it at its full potential. How it works is you have to build it up, basically. Now, this is a credit to McGirt, and his table is confirmed to be pretty accurate according to the developers, and I want to give credit to him. And also, I want you guys to check out this video because he's probably going to be able to explain the numbers much better than I will. But this is the table that he has right here. So in one swap, you will have 50%. In two swaps, you will have 150%. In 3 swaps, you will have 300%. In 4 swaps, you'll have 500%. In 5 swaps, you'll have 750%, and it can go very, very high. Once you have 100 swaps, you have 60,000% more damage. And at 500% swaps or 500 swaps, you'll have over 300,000% damage. Now obviously those 500 number swaps, you can only really reach that at the highest stages of Infinite, but I want to really do the math right here. So let's multiply 60,000% by his max damage in Infinite. Now from what I've tested, his damage is 235,000. So if you do the math right here, 235,000 times 60%, 60,000%. So this is his damage with Monarch with his passives. This is his Nuke's damage multiplied when you are at 100 swaps. It should be around, sorry, it's only 141 million basically damage. So this is 141 million map-wide damage that you can have at 100 swaps. 100 swaps is very doable in Infinite, and again, this is really where this unit will be shining. Even after only 3 swaps, you can have 300% more damage, and 300% more damage is really good. 5 swaps, you'll have over 750% more damage, and even that is like insanely good. So even though this unit will shine more in Infinite, it doesn't really mean that this unit's gonna be bad in story mode and in challenges. Now maybe his Nuke will not be as good and it will probably not be the best, but he will still be pretty usable in those game modes provided you use him correctly. Now that's gonna be it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.